Hello everyone, today I'll be taking a look at the 4D RC C8. This is a toy grade RC buggy that cost me around $25. Inside the box, you get the buggy, the controller, the USB charger, and a battery, and for mine, I purchased the 2 extra battery bundles. There doesn't seem to be any instructions or any other paperwork inside. First impression, the buggy build quality seems to be okay. There's not like any rough edges. Everything seems to be smoothed off quite well. There's just this bit of leftover rubber on the right side tires. Controller is fine as well. There's not much wrong with it. But the spring is a little loose on the steering wheel. You can hear it move around. The controller takes 2 AA batteries, and they go in like that. The battery itself is surprisingly small. It's around the size of a AA battery, and from what I can tell, this uses an SM 2-pin connector. They say charging takes around 3 hours, and I'd agree with that. It took me around 3 hours for each battery to charge. Something I find strange is that the battery is a lot smaller than the battery compartment. As you can see, there's all this extra space that isn't used in the battery compartment. Before I take this buggy outside, I should note that nothing is digitally proportional. It's either all forward, all reverse, all to the left, or all to the right. First, I took it onto some gravel, and as you can see, the car struggles to climb over these tiny rocks. The car also is not very fast. Next, I tried to take it onto some sand, but as you can see, it was just completely stuck the entire time. Next, I tried some wood chips, and once again, it got stuck very easily. Of course, on the few times that it wasn't stuck, it would be crawling along very slowly. On flat ground, the top speed is around walking speed, and as you can see, the turning radius is very big. Next, I took it indoors and tried to do some jumps, but as you can see, it doesn't really have the speed needed to actually do the jumps, and it kind of just falls off the edge of the ramp. On a slick surface, I was able to get it to do some donuts. I did some very basic durability testing by driving it down the stairs multiple times, and the only thing that broke was a piece of the rim. I also took it out into the rain, and from my experience, this buggy could survive getting a bit wet. Overall, I would not recommend this vehicle. I believe that it could do maybe a little bit of off-roading, but it is just not designed to do that. If you look here, the very back of the motor has very little clearance. Something as wide as a Sharpie can make the car get stuck. I encountered this a lot when I actually tried to take it off-roading. It would constantly get stuck, and it was just no fun at all. Maybe even as a stunt car, the car is way too slow to actually make use of these springs. I tried to do some jumps with it. It wasn't a very high jump, I'd say maybe 6 inches, and this car could not do that either. Unfortunately, I did end up breaking mine because I overvolted it by wiring 2 batteries together, and that extra voltage just ended up frying the motherboard. This car has around 30 minutes of battery life, which is very good, but it's also very slow, so those 30 minutes are actually very boring when driving the car around. Also, since it's so slow, it can't really brake by crashing into anything under its own speed. Unfortunately, I just don't see any reason why anyone would buy this. At this price range, you can find other RCs that go faster, or other RCs that can climb over more terrain. For those of you who made it to the end of this video, I thank you for watching, and of course you can leave any questions or comments below.